Welcome, wrestling fans, back to the Nation Network. Mean Scheme with you here along with Jesse Lamani for the WWF Wrestling Challenge. Tonight, we're going to see some new talent as well as some of the classics tonight as part of the WWF Wrestling Challenge. Stay with us. All right, wrestling fans, we are here live. And here come,
at a combined weight of 502 pounds, Jim Powell and Paul Romy.
Paul Roma and Jim Powers, these two young men call themselves the Young Stallions, making their debut here on the Nation Network.
The Young Stallions. Well, I'll tell you right now, good thing they got here when they did, because we just didn't have enough pretty boys on the card now, did we?
Well, you like to refer to them as pretty boys, but I understand that these two young men can hold their own.
Yeah, well, we'll find out, I suppose. They're going up against a couple of real tough competitors, though, aren't they?
Mr. X and the Shadow not necessarily boasting the greatest win-loss record in the world of professional wrestling. However, they've been around for some time and they know their way around the squared circle. Irish whip now, and Powers, back elbow, finds the mark. And now Mr. X on the receiving end. To the ropes he goes, and another shot to the head. Reverse the Irish whip, and now Powers into the turnbuckle he goes.
Well, thus far, oh, there goes the referee. Nicely done. Mr. X taking out the referee to allow for a moment just like that right there.
The Shadow getting a cheap shot in, but now Powers fighting his way back. Elbows to the midsection as he shakes off the effects.
Well, perhaps not, because that Irish whip once again was turned around. Now that's a clenched fist right there. How come no one's saying nothing about it?
Well, up till now, we've seen Mr. Powers on the receiving end of a lot of chicanery, should we say, by this masked duo.
Yeah, that's what you call it. That's just tag team wrestling at its best. Now here comes the double team. What's new?
From that middle rope, exercising the 5-second rule that he is allotted. Nice shoulder tackle by young Paul Roma.
Another clenched fist, but I'm sure it's okay with you because you like these two guys, right?
It's the referee's job to make the calls, my job to call the action. Roma with an overhead press slam, and now Mr. X in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, well, of course he's in a lot of trouble. He's been in the ring from the opening bell. Referee has missed so many opportunities here.
And Roma with a scoop slam, and he plants Mr. X with authority in the ring. Again, the Irish whip to the ropes. Dropped down, nicely done by Roma. Caught him. Back and forth this one goes. Roma sets him into the turnbuckle. Tag made now. Jim Powers back in the ring for the Young Stallions, making their debut right here.
Well, he went for it and he missed it. Now Mr. X is going to bring him. Oh, sidestepped once again. Mr. X not doing very well for himself.
Time after time, the opportunity has come for these two men to make a tag. Yet Mr. X has not been able to do it one time yet. Nice move right there by Roma. Tremendous clothesline. I'll tell you right now, these two men have a very bright future ahead of them if they can continue to do more of what they're doing right here.
Well, you know what? They're not proving a whole lot to me because they're not going up against the top talent in wrestling.
Shoulders are down. Referee is there. Oh, wait a minute. The Shadow just eliminating the referee.
Well, you do what you got to do in certain situations, and right there, he did what he had to do.
Mr. X was about to be finished. as Roma continues the baiting. Another tag made, double team again. Bowers off that top middle rope. And now Jim Powers has got him up in the air. Big suplex. And he meets him as soon as he walks into the ring with a series of right hands.
Every one of those was illegal, but you don't want to mention that, do you?
Again, that is the referee's job. Mine is not to do anything other than call the action, and I might remind you that is your job here as well.
Well, no, that's your job because that's all you can do. I can get in the referee and be in the ring and be a referee anytime I want.
The Shadow makes his way to the corner. Now again, the double team by the Stallions. Roma, what's he going to do here? Knee breaker.
Came down hard across that knee, and that is a devastating move. It will immobilize and incapacitate a man.
And again, Paul Roma with a nice move right there. Corkscrew neckbreaker. He has the arm. Top wrist lock. Nicely done by Mr. Roma.
But the Shadow has a nice way of escaping the move.
Indeed. To the ropes. Roma ready for him. What a drop kick. He goes for the cover. Will that be enough?
Well, it might have been, but the referee decided to wait 5 seconds to get down there to make the count.
Paul Roma in control right now.
Well, I'll tell you right now, this team of Roma and Powers, they've done pretty well for themselves here tonight. But I'd like to see what happens if they go up against some real tough competition.
Clothesline sends him all the way out to the floor. Now Roma joining him.
Oh, the Shadow with a nice knee right down at the border.
And he drove him head first into the floor here ringside. Roma in trouble.
Now we're going to see what this kid's got in the tank. Now we're going to see how tough he is.
And now Roma go behind. And the Shadow is back in the ring. And so is Mr. X. However, he's in a bad situation.
Roman's got him up and now on the top turnbuckle. What's he planning to do right here?
Well, whatever it was, it'll have to wait because look at this. Mr. X with that devastating chop.
Well, it was a pretty sound result, but the bottom line is he's still on the receiving end of the punishment right now.
An atomic knee drop by Jim Powers. I'll tell you, that could have been it. Luthez press, and look at this.
Well, it just goes to show you if you stick around long enough, sooner or later, good things will happen.
Powers once again. Nice back elbow. Finds the mark. This youngster has this crowd up on its feet. Jawbreaker now by Mr. X. Shot to the midsection. Raw, look at this, he's got the roll up. Shoulders are down. Referee's in position. And it's over. What a victory for the Young Stallions.
Oh, well, I don't know if I'm all that impressed with them right now. We take a look back here at some of these moments, and yeah, they looked all right, but they were going up against the Shadow and Mr. X, and it wasn't like they dominated them.
I beg your pardon, but I believe they absolutely dominated this match.
Well, you know what? We can agree to disagree.
Here are your winners, Jim Powell and Paul Romey.
Jim Powers and Paul Roma, the Young Stallions, victorious here in our opening contest. We'll be back with plenty more action here on Wrestling Challenge. Stay with us. All right, fans, we are back with more of the Wrestling Challenge.
Making his way to the ring from Seattle, Washington, weighing in at 249 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Now, we got to look right there at the Intercontinental Champion, Greg the Hammer Valentine, one of the greatest champions of all time. Took that title from Bruno Sammartino at Madison Square Garden as part of Rage in the Cage. And I don't think anyone's going to take it away from him.
Well, I'm not sure either, but we do know tonight he's going up in a non-title match against someone who is making his debut here in the World Wrestling Federation.
And who would that be?
I don't know.
Well, who is it?
Oh, my goodness!
Weighing in at 270 pounds, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
You have got to be kidding me.
I don't even believe it myself.
I'll tell you right now, when you talk about the People's Champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, definitely has to be in that conversation. The son of a plumber here in the World Wrestling Federation.
Well, I'll tell you, things just got very interesting for the Intercontinental Champion.
Indeed, Greg the Hammer Valentine signing an open contract. No, the title wasn't going to be up for grabs, but he may wish that he had not done that as Dusty Rhodes right off the bat, hitting him with a big bulldog.
Yeah, but Greg Valentine able to regain control very quickly because he's very used to these kind of matches. He's one of the few guys that could go into a blind match with Dusty Rhodes and come out on top.
Well, I will not disagree with that, not for a moment, but right now it is a back and forth opportunity, and now attacking the leg of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Well, smart move by Greg Valentine because I beg your pardon, Dusty Rhodes has the history of having a bad leg. We know that left knee has undergone orthoscopic surgery in the past, and Valentine with that figure four leg lock, which is a hold that Dusty Rhodes is no stranger to. As a matter of fact, that's the hold that many times led to his surgery.
Indeed, perhaps Greg Valentine not the greatest choice for a debut for the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, but at the same time, perhaps he wants to take on the biggest challenge he can find. Shoulder breaker now by Valentine, and Dusty Rhodes down on the mat.
Greg Valentine measuring with those elbows, pinpoint precision right between the eyes of the American Dream.
Oh, now Dusty with a clap, ringing the bell if you want, and now flip, flop, and fly. Down goes Greg the Hammer Valentine. Hooks the leg on the Intercontinental Champion. The referee counting two. Oh, believe it!
What just happened?
Shock the world, ladies and gentlemen. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, has just defeated the Intercontinental Champion
in a non-title match. Can you complete a thought once? Title wasn't on the line. Valentine didn't know who his opponent was going to be. We have not heard the last of this.
I believe you may be right, but I'll tell you, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, what a way to make a debut. Wait a minute. What the heck just happened? That's Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
That's right, Brutus the Barber. Greg the Hammer Valentine's tag team partner and longtime friend coming in there attacking the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
And now Bruni gotta work on that leg. Oh, Dusty is in trouble. Knee smash right to the face.
Well, you know what? Welcome to the World Wrestling Federation. That's all I've got to say.
The sleeper hold has put him out. Fans will be back. Stay with us. right, wrestling fans, we are back.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Marty Jannetty, and representing the Rockers from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 220 pounds, Shawn Michaels.
All right, Shawn Michaels tonight. We've seen them in tag team competition, but tonight we're going to get to see him one-on-one. Shawn Michaels going it solo with his tag team partner at ringside.
Yeah, how about that? Your tag team partner at ringside. Is he an actual manager? Why should he be at ringside if we're going solo?
Well, if it makes you feel any better, so will his opponent.
And his opponent, accompanied by Axe, and representing Demolition from parts unknown, weighing in at 292 pounds, Smash!
The Demolition, Axe and Smash. Also entering the ring at this time, this is going to be a one-on-one contest.
Well, when you've got all four men there, it's hard to say for sure whether it'll remain one-on-one, but we will see.
All right, bell sounds, action's underway here. As part of Wrestling Challenge here on the Nation Network, the World Wrestling Federation bringing you the greatest in-ring competition week in and week out. Both of these teams vying for the opportunity to become the World Tag Team Champions.
Well, everybody wants to be, but only one can.
Big leg drop this time by Smash. Shawn Michaels right now on the receiving end of a lot of punishment here in this one. Continued beating going on in the ring at this time. Shawn Michaels, shoulders are down, referee in position, and he only gets the one count. Tremendous move right there by Shawn Michaels, regaining control for the moment.
Well, Michaels has a couple of nice moves, but he gives up a lot of size, weight, and strength to the Demolition. Now, that's something they can overcome when they're in a team, but I believe here one-on-one, I don't know that he can do the same things. I think there's going to come a point in time where that size, strength, and weight differential comes into play, and Shawn Michaels is going to need to make a tag, but you can't do that tonight.
Well, we will find out as Shawn Michaels wrenching the neck of the Demolition. Irish whip now by Michaels. Sends him to the ropes. And now, oh, wait a minute. Hold on just a second here.
I didn't see anything. What's the matter?
He just grabbed the ankle of Shawn Michaels, setting him up for this.
I didn't see it. Referee didn't see it, so I'm not so sure. Maybe, you know what? You should probably check out and see if you need to be wearing glasses. I think maybe it's time for you to accept the fact that you're getting old.
Give me a break. I saw perfectly fine. This crowd ringside saw everything that happened. Smash now taking advantage of the opportunity created by Axe. Devastating move right there. Now Shawn Michaels' shoulders are down. And he manages to get off the canvas just in the nick of time.
Well, this is that point in the match that I was warning you was going to happen. Right now, I can look at Shawn Michaels, and this is where he'd want to make the tag to Marty Jannetty, but he can't. Now he's going to have to reach deep down inside and see what he can do on his own.
Oh, super kick right to the chin. Come on, referee, pay attention to what's going on.
Well, the referee apparently saw something maybe he didn't like, wanted to draw to the attention of the official.
Shawn Michaels has been split wide open.
We're going to see right now what the pretty boy's got in the tank, if he can possibly find a way to fight through all of this, because he's really on a downward slope in my opinion.
Well, it's been a 2-on-1 advantage for Smash, and now Shawn Michaels able to secure a 2 count. Might have had a 3 count a moment ago, but the referee distracted. Shawn Michaels, once again, big elbow right to the back of the neck.
As that blood continues to flow down the forehead of Shawn Michaels, it'll work its way to his eyes, and that could make it very difficult for him to see what's going on in the match.
Indeed it could. Michaels with a roundhouse. Got a 2 count again.
I'm just saying, I don't see too many blind wrestlers winning matches.
Shawn Michaels now ascends the top rope.
Well, good thing for Smash, he saw what was happening and got out of the way.
Northern Light suplex, perfectly executed right there. Devastating backhand, knife edge chop, and now Shawn Michaels fighting up the... Wait a minute. How did that chair get in the ring, Jesse?
I don't know. What are you asking me for? Do you think I did it? I've been sitting next to you, you moron.
Again, the referee distracted, that steel chair lying there. Shawn Michaels had the opportunity. Now he's going for the cover.
That should not have even been a 3 count attempt. His shoulders were on the chair, not on the mat. The rule book clearly states that the shoulders have to be pinned to the mat.
And again, the distraction. Shawn Michaels one more time from the top rope. Waiting on Smash to get back to his feet. Cross body press, hooks the leg. Will that be it?
Oh, he got his shoulder up off the mat, and look at Shawn Michaels, the frustration coming through, because he knows he's got nothing left to offer.
Irish whip to the turnbuckle. Clothesline follows him in, and Shawn Michaels just crumbles to the canvas. Smash had him up, but he could not hold him. Shawn Michaels continues to fight through the adversity. Oh, he caught him.
Well, the referee just now removing that steel chair from the ring, and I do believe Demolition Smash has also been busted open.
Yes, he has. Both of these men have gone to war tonight. And it's over. Shawn Michaels with a huge victory.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm not so sure how fair this one was, but I suppose at the end of the day that the referee's going to say Shawn Michaels gets the win.
Well, indeed he does. Overcoming the obstacles, Jesse, you've got to admit, it was a, there it is right there, up on the apron. Axe getting involved in this match on a number of occasions, but Shawn Michaels had what it took.
Here is your winner, Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels very fortunate to be in the position he's in right now.
Fans, we want to remind everybody we've got a very special ringside report coming up at the end of our program tonight, so stay with us. Plenty more wrestling action coming to you on Wrestling Challenge here on the Nation Network. Stay with us. All right, welcome back, fans. A most unique individual making his way down to the aisle at this time. Wait a minute!
Well, that's not who he was expecting. That's Jerry the King Lawler.
Jerry Lawler, what is he doing here? The Godfather was expecting the hose, but he got Jerry Lawler instead. He's supposed to be taking on the Macho Man. Big boot to the head, and now Jerry Lawler in trouble. The self-professed king of professional wrestling showing up here in the World Wrestling Federation.
Well, he comes with quite the accomplishments. A former world champion in his own right.
Well, indeed, he has proven himself everywhere he's been. And he just took down the Godfather head first on that steel chair. Fans, will be back.
What happened to our match?
All right, fans, we are back. It has been a crazy night.
And from New Jersey, weighing in at 468 pounds, King Kong Bundy.
King Kong Bundy making his way down towards the ring. A mountain of a man, no doubt about it.
Near 400 plus pounds of King Kong Bundy. It's never a good day for anybody when you have to go up against this big guy.
I understand there are many out there that are competing for the rights to represent this man.
There are indeed, because, hey, look at it. It's King Kong Bundy. You know this is a guy who's going to be a champion. It's only a question of how long.
Well, tonight a most interesting matchup here. This is our main event.
And his opponent from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 304 pounds, Hart.
Road Warrior Hawk coming down solo this week.
Well, we already saw one singles match featuring tag team wrestlers, and that turned out to be pretty damn good, so I'm hopeful that somehow this one can match up.
One half of the world-famous Road Warriors, the Legion of Doom. Many people feel the tag team titles only days away from their grips. We are just a week away, ladies and gentlemen, from a mega card event taking place at Madison Square Garden, featuring the World Wrestling Federation. King Kong Bundy right now using that size advantage. The power and strength of the Road Warrior will be tested here, no doubt about that. What a move right there by Hawk.
Well, much like the other match we saw with Shawn Michaels, Hawk has always been a tag team wrestler. It is in his nature to work as part of a team, and for him to be not only in a singles match right now, but against a guy like King Kong Bundy, who's just mammoth. It's going to be a true test.
Oh, he made the mistake of turning his back on the Road Warrior.
He did indeed. Now he's paying the price for it. But look at the shoulder block right there. The Road Warrior has no answer for that.
Teeing off with some big right hands, making connection with the jaw each and every time of Road Warrior Hawk.
Now going to work on the shoulder.
Bundy goes down for the cover. In the past, we have seen him request a referee count to 5. I don't think you'll have that opportunity against the Road Warrior, even if you were to get the victory.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with you on that one. It would take a lot just to get the 3 count on Hawk. But if anybody would be capable of getting 5, it would be Bundy.
Big elbow drop. 400 pounds down across the chest.
Now Bundy has some words. Oh, wait a minute.
Bundy right now, I don't know what he's thinking. He's had this match.
He tries to scoop him up, but he can't. No matter how strong he is, he still couldn't get it done.
And Bundy with a big headbutt dropping him. Oh my goodness! 400 pounds! Right across the midsection. Fans, once again, the ringside report following this broadcast. Stay with us for that. And now Hawk finds it. Big right hand to the midsection of Bundy.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Bundy is manhandling this guy in a one-on-one match. And that begs the question, if Bundy were to find a tag team partner, could they be the ones that would destroy the Legion of Doom?
Well, it would be interesting to find out, I suppose. 2 count right there, and that's all he's going to get. And Bundy looking a little bit surprised.
Well, he's justifiably surprised because not too many people can withstand what he's been doing right here.
Hawk now winds up the arm, targeting the shoulder of Bundy, and now the Russian leg sweep takes the big man down. What's he gonna do here? Pile driver. He got it. Bundy just came down.
Well, the pile driver's a lethal weapon in this sport, and it almost took King Kong Bundy out.
Indeed, a 2 count. Bundy able to get the shoulder up off the mat. But right now, Hawk is starting to feel it. Tremendous clotheslines. Ducks it out. And another one. Tremendous back body drop now by Bundy.
King Kong Bundy is going to have to fight back because Hawk has suddenly found his second wind. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, that's got to be it. the shoulder up.
I can't believe it. 400 plus pounds, all coming right down on the sternum.
A lesser man would be done. Hawk is not that man. Look at him, fighting his way back to a vertical base. As the knees striking. Both of these men have hit with their biggest and their best, and both are still going. Another pile driver, look at this.
That's as close to a pile driver as I ever want to be.
Bundy's in trouble. Backed into the turnbuckle. He's bleeding. Bundy has been split open.
Well, this is either going to work for or against Bundy. It all depends.
Choking him out now in the corner. Referee standing by doing nothing about it. Tremendous roundhouse right. And now Hawk in control of Bundy. Slingshots the big man back to the middle of the ring.
Now he goes down for the cover, hooks the leg. He thinks he's got him, but he doesn't. The exhaustion on the face of the Road Warrior right there, because he can't keep on carrying this weight.
He's got him up on his back. Can you believe it? He's got him up in the backbreaker.
No way. Bundy's not going to go down like that.
It's over.
No. I don't believe he said I quit. That referee, he doesn't know what's going on.
The referee was right there, Jesse.
And look at the Road Warrior running away like a coward.
Oh, down goes the referee. Fans, stick around for the ringside report. We'll be with you in just a moment.
Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Vince McShane with you here, and this is the Ringside Report. Apparently, there's some stuff we need to talk about. Not a big secret, I do not watch the current day product because I find it unwatchable. But that said, occasionally things happen. And it sounds like tonight was one of those nights, so I'm going to try and catch up on some of y'all's comments quickly. There was something else I wanted to do a Ringside Report to cover anyway. We can roll that all together right here tonight as part of this broadcast. Let me get this going here, and let me get that going there. And voila. All right, first things first. Let me skip back a little bit here and just see what I've been missing. Did have some good matches tonight. I was real happy with the way the tag team single matches went. Really liked the Bundy move at the end there and taking out the referee. Thought that was awesome. Are we going to see Big John Studd? I really don't know, Sean. I simply do not know. All right, well, first off, welcome, everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out and doing this little silly thing we do here. Sean, Theo, you guys have been out here from the beginning. My early risers. So, again, I did not watch Monday Night Raw. I've not watched Monday Night Raw in a very long time. And it appears, though, that stuff went down and real life stuff, and that Roman Reigns apparently has informed the world that he has leukemia, which, look, say what you will about Roman and how he's force-fed on wrestling and why people don't like him or they boo him and things of that nature. That's the business end of things. I've always said, even though I didn't care for him in the ring, seemed like a super cool guy, seemed like a really good dad, and for those reasons alone, this is really just terrible news. Thoughts, prayers, and best wishes go out to Roman. Nobody wants to see something like this happen to anybody, especially a guy like him who's in the prime years of his life. It just doesn't sit well. So I'm going to probably do a little bit more homework on the leukemia thing. I'm familiar with the Hodgkin's more. Mario Lemieux had that. I was a big hockey fan, and he overcame that. So I want to see what leukemia's predictions are, kind of thing, you know, how people do with that, what the statistics say about it, because I'm not familiar with it. I'm not going to lie. I don't know much about it. The other thing I wanted to mention, and maybe even get y'all's thoughts and opinions on, is last I heard, and please correct me if I'm missing it, the, what is it, the Royal Jewel or Jewel of the Nile or whatever the fuck they're calling this pay-per-view that's supposed to be happening in Saudi Arabia. Last I heard, it's still on. At this point in time, and this isn't about politics, this is just about what's decent. At this point in time, if the WWF goes forward with this pay-per-view event and holds it in Saudi Arabia, I will be discontinuing my service with them. So that'll be the end of the network, and that's it. I'm just not going to have anything else to do with them. Crown Jewel, there you go. They have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that the royal family is full of shit. They are lying, and only a moron would not believe that they had this guy executed in Turkey. Not just executed, but chopped up into small pieces while he was still alive. Their stories are falling apart. Nothing matches. They had a body double to make it look like he would leave the building so they could cover their tracks. So you can't say, oh, a fight broke out and he, died as a result of the fight. Then why would you have a body double there? You don't have a body double unless you plan on him not walking out the door. And to act like the royal family doesn't know, give me a fucking break, man. That's like saying Vito Corleone doesn't know about the hit. So for the WWF at this point in time, or WWE, beg your pardon, to in any way accept money from them, to in any way engage in business with them. First, it's bad enough that they won't let your female talent perform, and you're still taking their money and you're still going over there. That's disgusting. How any of the ladies in that locker room respect the management of that company is beyond me. I have no idea. I know they're contracted to wrestle there. I know it's the biggest stage they can get on, but everything about what the WWE is standing for right now is disgusting. So I'm sending my little message to them on the contact us thing on their webpage, and I'm letting them know if the pay-per-view goes down, then they lost another subscriber. They can take their $9.99 and shove it up their ass. And you're right, they are risking the wrestlers right now because of the heat of the situation and the fact that the United States is taking that position that we're going to do what we got to do. And we have to. We have no choice. The world is looking on, and we should. We're justified. But you're going to put Americans over there while that's going down? They've already shown what they're capable of doing. So, yeah, I mean, you know what? Sorry, you're going to have to give the money back. So sorry. Maybe this will actually force you to put on good wrestling programs here in the United States so that you can actually get money. Instead of just taking a fork full of money from a bunch of people, a truck full of money from a bunch of people that'll pay for any piece of shit you want to put on in front of them. You can roll out to 50-year-olds all night long and they'll pay you top dollar for them. So that's where I'm at on it. What's the scheduled date for this event to go down on? I'm so prepared, aren't I? And the irony is, not only is there the crown jewel and the questions about that and how they treat women, but at the same time, the same company has the Evolution pay-per-view where it's going to be the first ever all-women pay. It's like, make up your mind. You're either behind these ladies or you're not. But you can't talk out both sides of your ass. It just doesn't work. Nobody believes you. All right, let me see what we got here. November 2nd. All right, well, we're closing in on that one pretty quick, guys, if you're going to make an announcement. So here's how this works, guys. You start getting hold of the sponsors if it's something that bothers you bad enough. And you let them know that your brand is going to be affiliated with the Saudi Arabia government and what they've done if you allow your brand to be marketed with the WWE's event. WWE then is going to find out that their sponsors are pulling out. The WWE is the public brand itself. This is damage control. Going to Saudi Arabia is going to be really bad for them, assuming they go in and come out without any other issues. Well, I don't want to get too deep into politics, Sean, but he is speaking up. But one thing you got to understand about Donald Trump, and whether you like him or not does not matter, he is the president of the United States, and if you're an American, he is your president, so shut the fuck up. So, that said, you don't tell them what you're going to do. That was George W. Bush and his big fucking problem. Hey, Monday, 8 o'clock, we'll be there. So you can all, tune in and watch it on TV? And they can be best prepared for the ons. No, if you're going to do something, you just do it. No notice. No advance, scheduling of anything. And that is exactly the way he's working with international events. Now, we're not going to bomb them. We're not going to bring military forces in there. That's not going to happen over this. What we are going to do, and everybody better buckle up because it's the real deal time, is we are going to put all kinds of sanctions on them. We are going to ostracize them from much of the world. And a lot of the world's ready to do it, too, because nobody is in favor of what just went down. Well, going to UK is fine. UK, absolutely a great solution. And let's make that announcement quickly. But back to what I was starting to say. Once that happens, Saudi Arabia is going to jack the shit out of the price of a barrel of oil. And they've already made that clear. This is where, in my personal opinion, and it's no big secret, I'm a Trump supporter, have been from day one. I don't agree with a lot of the shit he says. I wish he'd lose his Twitter account. But so far as running the country, fuck yeah, doing a great job. If he could act his age instead of 15, it would be great. But he, for whatever reason, can't do that. In the meantime, however, this is going to be, for me, a big test because our gas prices should not be going up, no matter what they do with the oil, because we are self-sustained. He's made that point from the day he got elected, is that we can be self-sustained. We don't need anyone else's oil. And we don't. We pull so much fucking oil out of the ground in Texas alone. Forget Alaska and all these other places around the country, right off the coast here in Florida. We have oil. Why do we import it to begin with? Why are we paying anywhere from $2.75 to $3.15 a gallon of gas in this country? There is no good reason. It's all politics. So, The real test will be, can you stand up to the Saudis? Can you put them in their place? Can you hurt them enough where they understand you can't do this? We're not going to allow this to happen without repercussions and not hurt the American people by doing it. You can. It can be done. Will he? That's going to be a big test. Maybe the biggest test he's had. Well, he's got his wife employed there. You know, he could probably just talk to Linda directly. She works for Trump. And my guess is some variation of that comment, that whole conversation's probably already taken place, if I had to bet. But it's not too often that major real-world events in any way affect the world of wrestling. I mean, yeah, like when you had the hostages and all of a sudden after that you've got, and I'm talking about back in the day in Iran, then all of a sudden you have the Iron Sheik and they build characters around it. When we had the Afghan War, all of a sudden Sergeant Slaughter was a sympathizer. This is different. This is a matter of there was a major event scheduled to take place in this country who this country's leaders gave the WWE company an enormous amount of money, and now they're killing people. And staged executions, assassinations. Okay, that's a whole different can of worms there than just trying to come up with a character that's going to incite a reaction from fans. If the WWE doesn't handle this right, they're going to become the character, and that is not what they want. Well, good. Not only don't mention it, don't fucking go. Why would you put your people in danger? This is not, it was never a safe place for Americans to go, hence the girls couldn't go. So it was never a safe place. But it couldn't be much less safe than it is right now. So I think you're incredibly stupid if you send the roster over there at this point in time. I don't think it's going to happen. I wish I could say I felt confident it's not going to happen, but I don't feel confident. There is a lot of money at stake right now. How that gets played out, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting is all I can say, because whether that means that they have to return the money, which I'm guessing they probably would, you're looking at a good year to 2 years down the line before we can even consider being on good terms, and it would take a lot of change in the Saudi hierarchy. It's not a government. It's a family that rules with an iron fist. Now, the flip side to this, and this is the part that sucks balls, is we actually need them. We need them for Iran. Yeah, Theo, again, you watch it, so I have to take your word for everything because I don't even watch the programming anymore. It's so bad. But these are really probably the most unique scenario in the history of wrestling, period. Nothing. I mean, you know, the next closest thing to this is probably the Montreal Screwjob, just to try and put it in proportion. This is probably the single biggest wrestling piece of history that will ever happen. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how this all plays out. But, as I said, I'm sending them my message to let them know that they will have one less subscriber if they go ahead with that location. And then I'll have to figure out what to do with $120. All right, well, I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm going to do a little bit of homework here on the leukemia thing. I'm going to see the clips, I guess, from tonight's show. I'm sure they're posted up on YouTube somewhere. God, that sucks. It really does. And for anybody, it just not good. And I just realized I have to change this header out. I got the 2K18 logo up there still. So there's something to do. Oh, did they not do anything on Raw for it? I thought they did. I thought he had, made a statement from home or something. Well, either way, I'm going to do my homework on it and figure it all out so far as the prognosis and success ratios and things like that. And for those of you who are of a faith-filled background, then now is the time that you say a prayer for somebody like that. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this edition of the Ringside Report. Thank you for hanging out a little extra time here and sharing some thoughts and ideas, and we're going to see how history reveals itself on November 2nd. In the meantime, this is Vince McSham saying I'll see you next time right here ringside.